A century-old product is beginning to make strong inroads in today's residential construction industry, the elevator. Hoyt Elevator is a manufacturer which has provided home elevators to the New England market for over 5 years. Their machines are innovatively designed to address the issues of integrating what was primarily a commercial product to residential use.
We looked at a number of options and we didn't rush into it, but we knew we needed an elevator because we were going to be 15 feet off the ground and we're getting older each year and we didn't want to be lugging ourselves or other things up and down stairs. And I didn't want to give up real estate inside the house since it was a small house and we were moving from a larger house. So we have the elevator open onto our deck outside. So it's just a short walk around to the door to get into the house.
We designed this with 3 main things in mind. The first was that it would fit within a residential situation rather than commercial. Second is ease of installation. The quicker you can get it together, the quicker you're on to your next job. And the third is simplicity.
It's a unique design. Unlike conventional residential elevators that need rails and brackets that attach to the wall, this is basically a hoistway within itself. So you build that elevator freestanding where you don't need to attach it to the wall. So it's a seamless transition where you're not trying to build something and attach it to something else. One of the beauties of this is it's cut our installation down by 2 days on a typical 3-stop elevator. So that saves everybody.
Staging comes with every unit and makes the tower installation a breeze. The unit is freestanding and supported 100% at the base by the foundation slab. This drastically reduces the amount of vibration felt and heard in the home since the rails are not fastened to the structural framing.
I have not found them to be noisy at all. I think they're actually quite quiet, and I test drove, if you will, several other elevators with other companies, hydraulic elevators, and I actually thought the hydraulic motors were actually louder than the electric motor.
The drive unit is assembled at the factory, and after being placed in the hoistway and raised into position using a lightweight pole crane, it's ready for operation. Once constructed, it's merely a matter of plumbing the tower at the base and securing it to the floor. Properly plumbed, the car wear shoes can last for years.
When you have something that's integral to itself, everything runs better. It's quieter. The load shift is straight up and down, so it comes out for a better unit.
Our fire-rated doors and frames fasten easily and securely to the tower, negating any misalignment issues in the interlock interface.
Everything is fairly light. Everything can go through a standard household door into the building, so it doesn't require a lot of construction on the contractor's end. Once the elevator is installed, your door frames are self-supporting off from the tower structure, so you're not counting on the contractor to fill in around the frames so that you can continue on working. When you're done with the elevator, you're done.
The counterweight has a low profile of 1.5 inches to reduce the amount of wasted space in the hoistway. It rides silently on nylon runners in its own track and allows for a much more efficient drive system with a smaller gear motor and equalized loads. The elevator cars are packed flat and go together easily in about an hour. Teflon shoes are supplied at each corner of the floor and ceiling to align the car and allow it to glide gently along the rails with no horizontal play. All cars have a ceiling access panel which can be used as emergency egress as well as service access to the car top and hoist drive system. Our gates are automatic with tambour-style panels which slide smoothly away behind the car walls, much like a vertical roll-top desk. Wall panels are pre-finished domestic maple or cherry. All travel and power cables are plug and play. If a lifting chain goes slack, safety's engaged with brake rods at the corners. The car is lifted evenly from all 4 corners, eliminating problems associated with cantilever platform configurations.
So the chain system is now plumb and it's lifting a cab up and down. You don't have to adjust it to do that. That's probably one of the best part of the design.
Our controllers are compact units which fit easily into a recess between the framing. All controllers come standard with a lockable single-phase 30-amp disconnect with a third pole for emergency drive lockout. They incorporate frequency drive units, which allow smooth acceleration and deceleration when the car leaves or arrives at landings. Backup batteries are provided for lighting, emergency lowering, gate operation, PLC, and interlocks in case of a power outage. Under standard operation, a 24-volt DC power supply provides power to a PLC, which controls all movement and safety functions of the machine. A relay bank controls all gate operations, safety circuits, lights, motor brake, and emergency lowering functions. Floor leveling is achieved with proximity switches on the car top and targets on the tower walls. Once the difference between the car and finished floor level have been measured, the target is cut and the car will always stop perfectly level with the finished floor. The gearbox and motor brake allows no creep over time or due to weight. The low-profile gate eliminates wasted space and allows hands-free use without needing to always close the gate manually when exiting the car, so it can be called to other floors. At Hoyt Elevator, all parts are manufactured in-house to maintain quality control and time constraints. Automated CNC milling machines maintain tolerances critical to smooth installation and operation. All moving parts are isolated with neoprene gaskets and washers to minimize vibration and noise. All mechanical parts are off the shelf and non-proprietary, which can usually be picked up locally or through the major industrial catalogs. Hoyt Elevator keeps a rolling inventory of pre-manufactured frames in place to maintain 5 to 6 week lead times.
We haven't had to do a lot of maintenance. We'd like to come out and see them once a year, but people don't like to call us because they don't need us. We have a testing requirement that's every 5 years in the state, so we know we'll be back to see it then. We'd just like to see it more often, but it runs. That's the other part of it. It works. It's pretty simple. It's not over-engineered, and it does the job.
Minimal space usage, ease of installation, maximum reliability.